Welcome to the Gamescape, everybody. My name's Jarek, and today we're back in Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. This is episode 168 of our playthrough. And in a previous episode, we started out by intercepting a couple of gangs that were coming up from the south towards Dresden. Our main army was able to handle both of them easily, and I got our newest general back to Dresden from the Canabras Road for the time being, just in case anything else decides to try and sneak past our other armies. To the west, we started attacking those level 8 armies that are there, while our second army that was over there, the older Exursion army, falls back. They're going to start heading down the road towards Threshold. While they're not going to be able to deal with the level 12 armies there yet, they can at least get into the process and get started with like the level 9s and stuff that are there. We found the last of the puzzle rooms, the one we actually had the pieces for. I thought I had this one down, but I blundered and missed one of the outside tiles, so I went through the whole thing with a piece of information missing, which meant I wasn't able to finish the puzzle correctly until I figured out and corrected my mistake. Once I had the right info, things fell into place fairly quickly, so that's another run done. Unfortunately, we don't have any more puzzle pieces for the other puzzles that we need to do, so we're going to have to find those. More on that in a minute. Back in Dresden, we returned the soul crystals from Derek Sunhammer's lair to Arsinoe, and she was able to restore the souls to their bodies. Sela's feeling okay about herself after a little talk, and they even asked her to perform the ritual. Once they were freed, I was also able to talk to Curl, her friend. He was trying to steal Elin's ring so that he could afford to escape some of the cultists that had forced him into helping them. I decided to grant him a pardon, and he's going to go back to Canabras and help fix things as a laborer until he learns an honest trade, or so he claims. I think he will. I think it'll be all right. I spent some time off screen selling all the stuff that we've acquired, and we got another 500,000 gold from selling off all that magical stuff that we got from Sunhammer's lair and whatever else we picked up along the way. So that puts us over 1 million gold now. I've also picked up a scroll of Owl's Wisdom Communal and copied that into Nenio's spellbook. I'm going to add that to her normal buffing routine so that everyone gets a little bit of help on their wisdom saving throws. It's just mostly a +1, but it's free +1 for the most part. So it costs us 1 spell slot for an entire 20 minutes or whatever it is. Our armies to the west have uncovered a couple of sites that I'm going to go ahead and send Valric and company to investigate. And it does appear that we do need to bring the key crystal back to Rilu's lab as well. So we'll see if we have an opportunity to swing down there and get that done. Unfortunately, I also need to go back to the Ineluctable Prison because we still have to finish the Dawnbringer quest for the spirit there. I might do that one off screen. I'm not sure yet. But if it's convenient to get in there at any point, we might just go ahead and knock it out real quick. So anyway, that is it. The party has rested, and Nenio has her new spell ready to go. And so I think we're going to go ahead and head on out and see about these sites that we discovered up in the northwest part of the map. So that's the plan for today. Let's get the party gathered up and let's go see what we can do. I don't want him with us. Let's bring him back in. And I think that'll do. I did also pick up a new shirt that is it's like a +5 bonus to athletics, but it also gives fire resist 30, and I gave that to Arushale. She doesn't need the athletics bonus because she doesn't have it really, but the fire resist is what I was after. So that's another thing that I picked up. So all right, let's head on out here. Okay, so we are heading over this way. We're heading for these sites right here. We have a desolate thicket, and we have a place of execution that we can check out. So probably the quickest way to get over there is going to be to teleport here and then take this road up here and come in this way. That's probably our quickest path. Arilu's laboratory is right here. It's not close to anything right now, unfortunately. It's not even close to the heart of, well, it's not far from the heart of mystery, I guess. We'd have to backtrack a bit and then come back this way. It'd almost be just as quick to come down this way. Not quite, but we'll catch that. We'll get there. I'm gonna go ahead and teleport the party to Treason Home real quick. It's still on cooldown. Never mind. I guess we're walking. Let's see. We want to head down. We have to get to here, so let's just travel there. One of the other things that we got last time was the Royal Council in Erosion is suddenly in over their heads. And they were looking for us to help them after being not super nice to us. I was on the brink of declaring independence. Galfrey was kind of being, maybe I was misunderstanding what she was saying, but she seemed like she was being really wishy-washy about she was going to deal with them, but then I was going to declare independence. And I guess that's not the same thing now that I've thought about it, but we were close. We were just about ready to go independent. All right, down here we have level 10 army, level 10 army, level 10 army, level 11 fortress. I don't know if we have to get past this fortress. This is big and ugly. I don't know if I want to do that just yet. We do have some stuff that we can do on the crusade screen. Let's look at that real quick, and we also can get new recruits. All right, strengthening the chain of command. War wears soldiers down. Yeah, chain of command of the crusade has been strengthened. Staff council represents the crusade leader. Attend their meeting. We should have done that before we left. All right, fine. Decrees. We have something we can do. Pay to Baphomet's fire. We just picked this up from one of the armies that we defeated here. Over here, wherever they are. Here. So we can look at that if we want. One of the ones that we have already is the Dirty Squealer. I think that's it. No, the Voracious Jumble. I want to get this done because it's in our inventory, and they're ready to do some work on that. So let's do that. It's a cloak of some kind. So I'm going to have them do that. This is our diplomacy stuff. We can still do Hunt Down Mutiny. We can still do Royal Conscription. Neither of those I need at the moment, I don't think. Chain of Command's done. Diplomatic Connections is done. We'll have to wait for those when we get back to our deal there. All right, campaign map. Let's get some soldiers recruited. Okay, we're going to recruit all of these into that army. We can recruit all 3 of these guys in there too. I don't know if they're worth it. They're very expensive for what little they were doing. Okay, and then we're going to build a new army, and we're going to have all of these guys put into it. Eight paladins. Are we out of gold? No, that's all there are. Oh, we can get more of these guys too. 24,000 though. Ooh. More signifiers is pretty nice though. Witches, huh? AC 16, 18 hit points. What do they give us? Agony, infected wounds, dispel, and misfortune. They're pretty squishy. Armor class 1680 health, and there's only 6 of them. Nah. Boy, 24,000 for signifiers. That's almost worth it. Almost. We have Inquisitors too, and I don't think they give us very much. Divine Favor, I guess, and Spellcaster Slayers. Eh. I'll think about that. How much would it cost to buy 22,000, 20,000, let's say. 20,000 resources. 100,000 gold. Are these guys worth 100,000 gold? 100,000. We're still right at 1 million if I do this. I think we have, yeah, this would put us at right at 1 million. Yeah, let's do it. I want these guys. All right. So now I want to do one other thing too. I want to look at this. She's got these 4 Hell Knights that are doing us absolutely no good. And so I could replace them with something else. I could put in, she's already got marksman. I could get rid of them, and I could replace them with marksman and, or not marksman, but I wouldn't even have to get rid of them. I could just get rid of these guys because I don't want to replace 4 Hell Knights with 6 Paladins, right? But I could pull the Hell Knights out. I could send Shield Guard down, Shield Bearers, and Marksmen. And I could send the Paladins over towards the northeast over there. I think I might do that. So let's take the Signifiers, let's take the Shield Bearers and the Marksmen, and we'll send them down this way. That's what we're going to do. That's probably this army here. Yes, they are going to merge with, I want these guys over here, and I want these guys over here. This group's going by itself over towards, they could probably sit tight for now. But I want these guys heading down this way to join up with this other group down here. Okay, and then I want these Paladins. There's Paladins here. I could join them up right now. Yeah, let's just have them, let's have them rotate to that group. And we'll just delay them a day. Okay, let's just put them together here. Let's do something like that, I guess. Okay, there's that. These guys, nothing much left down here. We can come after this army here. Let's get up there. Still don't want to fight this army. That's all ranged in magic. It's not good. What do we got here? Those are just Terry Demadans. Resistant to fire and cold. DR5. Daily income energy 4. It's going to be another couple of days before they're down here. I could just go ahead and do it. Let's take this fight. Okay. This is for how many turns? Ignores up to 3 points of damage reduction for 3 rounds. This is an arcane spell. Yes, we want this on them. Okay. Yeah, they're already afraid. Nice. Okay, signifiers. Fireball right in here. How many is this going to get? Up to 19. Nice having a front line that's immune to fire. Okay, you guys just sit tight. I can finish them, or I can start. Let's work on these guys. Nice. Piece of cake. Let's get these guys. All right, there we go. Easy enough. No significant losses. A group of vicious Demadans was trailing through the wastelands, driving a crowd of horribly wounded slaves in front of them. They forced the poor prisoners to insult their gods and desecrate their symbols. Now their evil ceremony has been stopped. The priests are murmuring that the chapel must be built at the site of this righteous victory to glorify the Crusaders' feat. Daily income 4 energy points. All right, cool. That's good. All right, let's get back to Valric. Let's get off here. Okay. We were ready to rest, as I recall. Yes. Let's go ahead and do that.
Sometimes you remind me of a child that's trying to act like an adult. It's as if something is stopping you from growing up.
Let me get this straight. You look at other people and it makes you want to grab them and suck them dry, but you take one look at me and you want to pat me on the head? I think I should be offended by that.
Okay. Continue on. Okay, we're going to come up to here. Okay, let's go on in here. This is the place of execution. Okay, not sure what we're going to come up against here, so let's go ahead and see if we can get buffed up a little bit here. All right, Nenio, you have a new spell. I'm going to... That was level 6? It is. In fact, I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to put... your level 9 spell here, so that I can just go down the line on these when I'm doing those. So, okay, so there's that.
The struggles
You
never
get that.
cease.
I will help where I can.
You're gonna get this, that, and that. You get that. You're gonna do this, and you're gonna do this. No. Now, why is your... Oh, we just got into combat. That's what's going on. Okay. That's all right. We're mostly set here. Woljiff. Haste us up. Can't. Yes, you can. Hey, Ember. Can you reach them with anything? You can shoot them. I don't know if you can actually hit them with a spell from here. You might be able to get there. Oh yeah. Okay. Aura, just sit tight for a second. Sela, get on your horse. Valric, also get on your horse. Okay, Rochelet.
I will resist.
Woljiff, get up here and get this guy now.
Cover me, all right?
Another guy back here who gets 5 actions to start the combat. Ember, why don't you keep shooting from where you're at? You're fine. Oh, so close. Okay. Aura and Sela, why don't you get up here?
To the fray!
Oh, she's doing 1 point of damage to this guy. That's good news. Let's see if Valric can fare any better. Oh,
Done with you.
okay. Oh, I got this guy right here. He's just a Brock. We should be able to get him with a Phantasmal Killer. right, Rushley. I think Rock Assassin. That seems like somebody we want to deal with.
Prepare yourself.
All right. Where we at here? Woljif.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Okay, good. Ember, why don't we have like maybe a Hellfire Ray? That'll do. Hey, Sela. This guy.
Take you!
Valric. Finish him.
No mercy for the wicked!
Nenio, you can just use one of your little level 4s against him, I'm sure. Okay. Take everything. Got a crown, we got a hold monster mass. Got some ingredients. Got puzzle pieces, yay! The purple ones. Oh, it's down here, that's why. I was hoping that this site would have some puzzle pieces. That's good. Anything else? No, it looks like it's it. Now, this is a very cliffy area here. Okay, as far as I can tell, that's everything. Let's get on out of here. All right, so here we are. Back outside. We can't get up that way, I don't think. Maybe if we go this way. Oh, there's another place down here. What is that? City of the Wasteland. City in the Wasteland. This will take us to this army. This probably takes us down that way. We can circle back up to that army, it looks like. Okay, we're going to have to wait here. Let's head over to the Crusader screen. Okay, we're good here. Up here we had work to do. Let's take this guy. And let's take this fight. This is it. 36 assassins and some number of bandits that I can't see because this is in the way. 138. Well, let's get them first, I guess. Cool. Oh, that's a quick fight. We'll take that. Okay. Okay, the group of the Templars of the Ivory Labyrinth fought desperately, choosing death before imprisonment. Among the trophies, the soldiers found a lot of loot taken during the raids on the cities of Mendev. Got a Ring of Evasion. Not super excited about that. We've already got several of those. Oops. Let's go this way. Why can't I go this way? There's a little path going that way. Must only be able to go that way with Valric. Okay, well, we don't want to fight them, that's for sure. So let's back up. And there's nothing else much to fight here. So I'm going to actually start heading them back. A little closer to Dresden. They're not going to make it this far, but that's okay. They're fine where they're at there. This group down, is this still, no, they have movement now. Okay, this group's joining up with them. Okay, that's fine. This demon army here is just a bunch of air elementals, although there are a lot of them. Air elementals are not immune to fireballs, however. Do I take that fight now? We've got a few more people coming. They'll be here, and it'll be 2 days before we can take this fight, probably. Level 9 versus my level 8, plus I've got all my spells. I think I feel pretty good about this fight. I could maybe try to banish some of them. So these are all 111 across the board. Let's see what happens if we banish them. 111 goes to 81 in one group. So yeah, we got rid of 30. That's not very many when you're looking at what, 555 of them. I got rid of 30. That isn't so many. Well, I think we're okay. Let's do this. Okay, they're gonna get to go first. Wow. All right, first things up, fireball. Oh, come on, I can't. I hate that you can't target a square that's occupied. That is dumb. Because I could get all four of these groups if I could do that, but I can't. As it is, I can only get 2 no matter where I target. Well, I get 3 here, so I guess this is probably the way to go, but... how do we want to do this? Let's do this. And I'm going to bring them into here. Okay. Good grief. Okay. Guess we'll get rid of them. And they're all going to come back down here for them, so we might as well start shooting them. Yeah, this might have been a mistake. Entirely possible. I did not mean to move there. Huh. No, that's all right. If there's anybody's going to be coming in there, it's just as well. Oh my goodness, there's another whole group down. That was only 5. That's none. I can't save my infirmary. Well, that's a disappointment. Good grief. Not a good fight, guys. Not a good fight. Oh, I lost a lot. I lost a lot. Got all of my archers back. I got 17 of 55 paladins back. I lost all 31 of my knights. I think they're hell knights. Not good. The past, where Howl, the eternal predatory winds, has been taken. In the times of Sarkoris, the shamans used to call this place the mountain flute, and here summoned the spirits of the plane of air. The wisdom of Sarkorians pointed them to a place where the elemental energies are especially powerful. Energy points increased by 4. Well, she's not a level 8 army anymore, is she? All right, get back over to here. That fight did not go well. Not well at all. Those elementals are super fast and also couldn't target the fireball very well. I don't like that you can't target a square that somebody's in with a spell, with an area spell. That's weird that you can't do that. I guess it's like a way to protect the back row or something. I don't know. It's just weird. All right, now there's that. What are you doing? You're not ready to take on a level 10 army, even with your level 9. Let's wait. Let's fall back to here. You've got reinforcements coming. Let's come to here. And this group of reinforcements, no, can join up. And integrate. All right, you're coming out. Okay, you're... Oh my goodness. All right. We're gonna have to do this weird. All right. Oh, you know, I'm okay actually. Let me try this one more time here, because these guys can go here and these guys can go here, and then these guys can come out and these guys can go in, and that's what we wanted to accomplish. Right. So now we have 19 signifiers. Yeah. All right. So you guys then are heading back to Dresden. with your little level 1 selves. All right, you are still at level 9. I think I'm going to do this. Box in those signifiers so nobody can get to them. Okay, I think that's good. Let's go back to this screen and let's rest. You always have so many curious things in your bag. I've never seen anything like them. Can I touch them? Sure, why not? But I'm watching you. Alright, guys. Let's check the city in the Wasteland here real quick. Okay, day 25, month Neth, year 4716. It is a warm, sunny day in the wound, perhaps too warm and sunny. The Sarkorian wastelands are roasting in the heat of the purple shimmering sun. Even demonic plants are unable to survive here. They suffocate in the red dust of the plains. A hot wind sweeps across the wasteland, leaving the commander with the taste of ash and sulfur in his mouth. The commander can see for miles around in every direction. If there were any enemies nearby, they would not be able to sneak up on him unnoticed. However, it does not look like anyone has survived the excruciating heat of the wound. The only sign of life is the sound of insects buzzing nearby. Their chittering noises sound like harsh, rasping laughter. The heat causes the air to shimmer slightly, and through the haze, the commander notices the walls of a city rising up a short distance from the road. Is this a lost Sarkorian city, a demonic trap, or just a trick of the mind? The walls look real, but perhaps they're only a mirage. The commander realizes that it's impossible to tell from this distance, so he decides to explore the mysterious city, of course. The walls are partially buried in red sand. As the commander draws closer, he realizes that this is not a city, but the sun-bleached remains of a Sarkorian settlement. The buzzing grows louder, and the commander can see Vescivores perched on the stone slabs as they bask in the sun. The husks of their dead kin crunch beneath the commander's feet in every step. The commander notices rotten wooden pillars covered in faded Sarkorian runes. The tops of the pillars have been gnawed into sharp points, making them look like long wooden stakes. The highest of these pillars seems to be a signpost in the middle of what used to be a busy crossroads. The passage of time has worn away, but all but three words on the signpost: square, marketplace, and gem. The commander decides to try and identify the city using his knowledge. 35 versus 38 is pretty good. Search for the Vescivore Queen. He would have to go by himself for that. Let's see if we can identify it first. Nenio looks around and recognizes the surrounding streets. She has seen them depicted on some ancient maps. The drawings on the walls depict horses and herds of sheep, offering further confirmation of the commander's theory. This is Demora, a city of herdsmen that was lost a long time ago. The commander recognizes the majestic temple of Gozre that towers over the other buildings. This temple used to be a local landmark and attracted countless pilgrims. The underground aqueducts built under the temple supplied the city with drinking water sourced from the lake that has long since dried up. Commander is sure that this is Demora, but its appearance here is inexplicable. The city of Demora was located far away on the western border of ancient Sarkoris. However, there are many strange phenomena and anomalies in the world wound. This must simply be one of them. All right, we're going to search for the Vescivore Queen. Valric will do that. Valric examines the houses closely. It looks like a battle took place here. The walls of the houses have been damaged or destroyed, and all that's left are the roofs of a few wooden beams. All that's left of the roofs are a few wooden beams. Sorry. When the commander turns his attention to the insects, he notices that all the Vescivores seem to be flying in a single direction toward the city square. All right, let's go to the square. The winding street that leads to the square is lined with partially destroyed houses. Many of them only have 3 walls, and others are nothing more than piles of rubble. The commander notices more and more Vescivores flying around, and the air is filled with strange, acrid smell. The square is completely empty, but the doors of Gozra's temple swing open. A woman emerges through them and begins to limp toward the commander. She's stripped to the waist, and it looks as though insects are squirming beneath her skin. Liver mortis has discolored her... Liver mortis? I don't know what that is. Liver mortis has discolored her withered, shriveling flesh, turned it blotchy and purple color. She opens her mouth to speak, but the words come out in a low buzz that's neither masculine nor feminine. Verbovizor welcomes you, esteemed guest. Please make yourself at home. Verbovizor? Verbovizor, okay. Verbovizor welcomes you, esteemed guest. Please make yourself at home. The woman falls silent and then collapses to the ground. A small swarm of Vescivores flies out of her motionless corpse. The insects hover near the commander as if waiting for him to follow them. I guess we'll follow. Swarm flies through the air, unhindered by the obstacles on the ground. Commander has to climb over debris and walk through partially collapsed buildings to follow the buzzing insects. Finally, the swarm flies down into a blissfully cool, dark hole beneath one of the walls. It does not look large enough for a person to fit through. The commander decides to see if we can find a way around. Try and widen the hole, trying to squeeze through. Can burn the place to the ground. I don't want to burn it yet. I want to make sure we get whoever's in here. Yeah, I can do this. Valric makes the hole larger by knocking out a few loose stones from the surrounding masonry. The hole is now wide enough for him to fit through safely. The cool, damp air of the underground passage feels good against the commander's hot skin, but the chittering of the Vescivores becomes even more intense. Commander finds himself in a labyrinth of underground passages. These are obviously not natural caverns, although the stonework of the underground aqueduct, quite a rarity for Sarkoris, is almost completely hidden under a layer of swarming Vescivores. The walls, the ceiling, and the floor squirm and move like the bowels of a living creature. The insects block all the passages except for one, and this passage is growing smaller by the minute, prompting the commander to move faster. The passage ends abruptly. The commander finds himself staring down into a huge well. The passage is dimly lit, but the bottom of the well is lost in impenetrable darkness. This could be the area beneath the water tower, but it's impossible to know for sure without a map of the city's underground passages. The well is filled with the sound of buzzing Vescivores, and the commander can smell their sweet scent wafting up from the darkness. The smell reminds him of sweet caramel sold in Canabras' city festival. Memories of the day come flooding back. For a moment, the commander feels as though he's back in the town square, as if the answer to his thoughts, the giant figure of Descari rises up from the depths of the well. Suddenly, a crossbow bolt pierces the demon lord, and the figure dissipates into 1,000 swarming Vescivores. Both Descari and the bolt were formed out of insects. More scenes flash before the commander's eyes. Ash and smoke fill the skies during the battle for Dresden, leaving a sour taste on the commander's tongue. Both familiar and unfamiliar people and places appear for a moment and then vanish. It is as if some unknown creature is trying to see the commander's mind and access his memories, yet the creature seems tentative and cautious, almost as if it's seeking the commander's permission. Now, they're not attacking. I mean, this could be bad, but we'll try it. Allow the hive mind of the Vescivores into his consciousness. Commander allows the swarm to enter his mind, and suddenly his vision has a vision that feels so real it's almost like a memory. The commander is standing in Dresden, or is it Canabras, or maybe even Nerosian? In the vision, he's watching the sunset over the city of Dresden, or Canabras or Nerosian. A priest of some unknown deity approaches the commander. The priest, the commander isn't sure if it's a man or a woman, has no face. There is only a mouth where the face should be, and when the mouth speaks, its words sound like buzzing of thousands of insects. We are Verbovizor. Verbovizor has heard about the one who defeated the mighty demon lords. It harbors a special hatred toward Descari and would like to know more about its weaknesses. It wishes to fight the demon lord and defeat him. We're going to tell him everything about our encounter. Well, yeah. Who are you and where are you from, I guess? The answer does not come immediately. Then the commander sees the purple skies of the abyss above the city of Dresden, or is it Canabras or Nerosian? Berzevor has spent years gnawing the flesh of fallen demon lords, but now a man from Dremora, the city of the great herds, has summoned it to fight the barbarians, a pathetic bunch of mortal thugs. Verbovazor crawls up from the depths, and when the mortal fool opens the way to Galarian, Verbovazor flies up and devours a city that was summoned to defend. It leaves behind a hollow shell, a city of empty streets and silent buildings. The city walls will lure passing travelers into a deadly trap. But silence is not what the swarm craves. There is no life, no thought in silence. Verbovazor wants to understand everything. It wants to comprehend Galarian, to make it part of itself. It wants to become Galarian, just as it has become this city. It wants to incorporate all of Galarian's essence, all of its life into itself. But there are some obstacles. There are those who wish to plunge Galarian into oblivion. Verbovazor hates Discari, it hates Baphomet, and they must be destroyed. In the commander's vision, the sound of cicadas fills the air and the sun sinks below the horizon. They grow louder and more impatient, echoing the noise of the agitated Vescivores in the well. The commander tries to focus and tell. All right, so we can tell it about Discari and the others. We can keep some key details secret, or we can refuse to discuss. We'll tell it some things, but not everything. Day passes into night, and then night becomes day. Verbovazor thanks the commander politely for telling the truth and promises to help the commander in battle if he continues to be a good ally. Verbovazor assures the commander that it will remember his scent and come when needed. The commander chooses to reject the swarm's offer. The commander gave the swarm the information it wanted. The Vescivores will not stand in his way. The swarm bids the commander farewell and it flies back down the well. The commander is free to leave after being in the cool air on the ground. The heat outside feels even more unbearable. The sightless eyes of the city's residents are fixed on the commander. When the commander glances around these silent onlookers, he feels an overwhelming desire to burn it. I mean, they obviously want to take over everything. If, I'm not getting their help, and it's probably a good idea to burn it. I don't know if burning it's going to work, though, because they're down in that well. Well, we're going to leave. We can always come back, right? I'm afraid if I light the thing on fire, I'm going to have to do a bunch of fighting. I don't think I have to fight based on this being text, but this is dangerous, and it's dangerous to leave around, so let's burn it. Commander sets the city ablaze, but he makes sure that no harm comes to the Temple of Gorza at its center. No one tries to extinguish the fire. The Vescivores leave their shelters of flesh behind and fly away in all directions. The rotting corpses turn to ash, and the walls are covered in soot. As the roaring inferno subsides, the crackling of the flames is replaced by another sound, the sound of running water. Streams of clear water flow out from beneath the door of Gorza's temple and cascade down the entrance steps. The underground stream that has bubbled up to the surface signals the return of the deity who once presided there. Commander feels the touch of Gorza's blessing. A gust of fresh air gently caresses his face. Demora has been freed. City is no longer a Vescivore trap. Okay. Plus 6125 Crusade Diplomacy. All right, guys. I think that's going to do it for this episode. I think we're plenty far into this. Interesting. Vescivore swarm that is not immediately hostile, although they do still want to take over everything. They're just looking for some help dealing with some big obstacles. So we're not going to be party to that. But that's going to do it, like I said, for this one. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.